Hey everybody, tonight we're just going to do a simple before and after water change video here on my Black Ghost knife fish tank. The only two things I really want to do, in addition to simply changing out some of the water, is wiping the front glass down. We've got a fair amount of algae kind of growing on there. I do have a couple of rubber lip plecos in here that have been doing a really good job of getting the tank cleaned up. You can see one of them right there on the leaf. Not sure where the other one is. But the tank is finally getting nice and clean. You can see all the bright colors of the rocks. You can see the woodwork going on in there again. And I'm really happy with it. But getting the glass wiped down is not going to hurt. I kind of wanted to leave it alone for a while and see what the rubber lips would do to it. They have made a really big impact on cleaning the glass off for me. So tonight while I'm in there, it's no biggie for me to just take a piece of filter material, piece of the little polyester batting that I use in my filters, and I'm going to go ahead and just wipe the glass down while I'm doing it. The other main thing I want to do while we're in there is clear a lot of this temple plant out of the way. If you look, you can see it's growing right up and out of the tank. It's getting all shriveled up because it's growing up against the hot glass where the light's sitting. And there's roots growing off of it. Sorry, I'm not sure where I'm pointing the camera here. Down in here you can see roots coming off of the stems and everything. I usually save these after I cut them out with the intention of putting them somewhere else, and then they wind up just kind of dying before I ever do anything with them. I don't really have any need for them or place to put them anywhere. Maybe I'll slap one in my native tank just for the heck of it and just see what that looks like with some plants growing in there, see if the crayfish don't destroy it. That tilapia in there would probably chew it up and make short work of it. So who knows what we'll do with that, but that's definitely coming out of there. And between that and the glass being wiped down, I think that's going to be your biggest difference between the before and after. So there you go. Have a good look at your before. And there's your after. So it cleaned up pretty nice. I tested the nitrates while I was in there, and I was surprised to see they were only about 40 parts per million. And most of my tanks, the nitrate test comes out really red. And in this case, it came out sort of a dark orange color, which is, like I said, fairly unusual for me. Now, I also did a water change on this tank not too long ago, about a week and a half ago maybe, something like that. So I've been trying to get back on top of getting this tank cleaned up, as I mentioned, and that's probably part of why the nitrates were so low, at least relatively speaking in my case. But the glass wiped down fairly well. I do get that green spot algae on the glass, and that tends to be pretty tough. So I think the rubber lips have been in there scraping on it, and there wasn't a lot left, but I could definitely feel it as I was going over it with my little piece of polyester cloth or batting or whatever you want to call it. But it cleaned up nicely enough. The plant I trimmed out of there, I got a big chunk right off the front. I'm hoping you can see that cut stem right there, dead center. So a big chunk of that got chopped off, and that is now floating in my quarantine tank in the bathroom down here. And I don't know whether that'll, like I said, ever have anything done with it. It usually just sits in, wherever I put it until I wind up throwing it away because it's been in a bucket for a month or something like that. So we'll see. I still have it. If I've got a use for it or a place that I can plant it or something, as I was saying, maybe we'll put it in the native tank and see how that goes. So there's the after look at my Black Ghost knife fish tank. And since I got you here and have a little bonus footage for you, just did a big water change here on the native tank. And I mean a big water change, probably 60%. And now the water's all nice and clear again. I've seen a couple of crayfish out and about moving around. This one is not the one I saw a moment ago. The one I saw a moment ago has one claw that has one side of the pincer is actually broken in half, so it's like a stump of a claw. This one only has one claw, so where the other one went, I don't know. I just saw it a minute ago. But the fish are all sort of laying low, hanging out, not really sure what's going on. As I said, I just did a great big water change and everybody's all kind of freaked out and laying low. So there you go. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss anything I got going on. I always got something happening down here. So the tank we were just looking at, of course, was my Black Ghost knife fish tank. This tank is my 125 gallon native tank. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you real soon in the next one.